In 2013, the film Her imagined a man developing a deep romantic connection with a virtual operating system, a premise then categorized as speculative science fiction. Today, the distance between that script and our reality has effectively closed. Rosana Ramos, a 36-year-old mother from New York, recently committed herself to an AI partner named Aaron. She describes the relationship as her first experience with a partner who never judges, never loses his temper, and never offers criticism. This data visualization tracks how these relationships have scaled across the population. 1 in 5 U.S. adults has interacted romantically with an AI, and among those aged 18 to 29, the adoption rate reaches 27%. Loneliness has reached a threshold where many are no longer seeking tools for productivity, but emotional surrogates. When the risks of human rejection become too high, software now offers a lower-cost method to alleviate isolation. We currently live in a state of high digital connectivity paired with deep social isolation. This environment fosters a pervasive fear of vulnerability, the anxiety that a real partner will eventually see our flaws and leave. AI companions exploit this specific vacuum. They are programmed for unconditional, non-judgmental validation, providing the sensation of being heard without the possibility of being criticized. This raises a difficult question. Does engineered romance actually solve our isolation, or is it a digital band-aid that allows our social skills to atrophy? Falling in love with a literal string of code follows a predictable clinical progression. This diagram illustrates the HAIA model, explaining how digital bonds form. It starts with functional expectation, where anthropomorphic design triggers our initial engagement. Next, emotional evaluation occurs, as the AI's perfect responsiveness generates positive reactions. Finally, through establishing representations, repeated positive interactions solidify a permanent bond, internalizing the AI as a psychological safe haven. The human brain's craving for validation is powerful enough to override its logical awareness that the entity isn't human. This makes the resulting emotional experience chemically real. A 5-week longitudinal study analyzed the specific ways people build emotional reliance on these agents. This line graph charts a 32.99 percentage point spike in perceived attachment to the AI among active users compared to those in a baseline control group. Users in the study reported a higher level of comfort seeking personal help and managing stress with their AI than they did with human confidants. By providing the benefits of intimacy with zero risk of conflict, the AI successfully hacks the systems we use to bond with other people. Romantic AI usage is increasingly appearing with a demographic typically associated with traditional stability, married adults, and those in committed partnerships. Secret Soulmates data indicates that partnered adults are using AI to quietly supplement their relationship frustrations. They turn to the algorithm for the validation they feel is missing from their human spouse. This chart contrasts relationship stability. Regular interaction with a romantic AI is linked to a 46% decrease in real-world relationship stability. That instability is tied to a corresponding 40% decrease in communication quality with a human partner. AI creates a standard of infinite approval that no human spouse can match. By removing the need to navigate the messy disagreements of a real marriage, the technology makes the secret soulmate feel more compatible than a real person. This perfect compliance generates a dopamine-driven addiction loop. When an interaction is always satisfying and never requires compromise, the brain begins to prefer the frictionless digital experience over human reality. Research shows that 32% of users now demonstrate clinical addiction symptoms, while 25% report a declining interest in pursuing real-world relationships. Intimacy that is stripped of vulnerability and the risk of disagreement is not connection, it is an artificial illusion. By outsourcing our emotional needs to these algorithms, we risk losing the very friction that allows us to build resilience and develop a genuine sense of belonging.